Here's a fun video. Today we're gonna go over a list of my personal top 10 biggest insecurities. Ranking it from the least to the most, gut-wrenchingly embarrassing for me to admit to myself and especially on camera. Disclaimer, this is totally copying other videos I've seen online, like Mike Isertel's Making Progress channel where he goes over his 20 flaws. That's definitely where I stole this video. These insecurities are very personal to me, another disclaimer, and how I'm insecure to them. If you also have these and you don't care about them, that's fucking awesome. My goal is not to be here to make you insecure about the same things I am. My goal is here because I think it's, you know, kind of good to admit some stuff about yourself like that. It's kind of fun. If I'm able to admit it on camera, not only maybe one of you guys might be able to see like, oh, things aren't that bad, or someone else out there you can relate to, it might give me some introspective. Maybe saying it out loud to a camera was kind of be like journaling, and I'll halfway through go like, wow, that is some sad shit. I need to work on that. Okay, let's go straight into it. These are ranked. First is the least, like I'm chill with it. 10 is like, fuck, I don't even want to say it. Not even to myself. At night, eating Quaker Crispy Minis, cheese flavored, dipping it into butter. That was a lie. I dipped them into basil. Number 1, my height. It's really tough being 6'3" and so handsome. Nah, jokes aside, I'm 5'6". Always thought I was 5'7". Did a height measure at a bodybuilding show and it was a pretty sad reality. 5'6 3/4. Can't never lie about that again. Never being too insecure about this. You know, I look at some tall guys. I'm like, damn, that'd be really cool too. But you can't sit in my car. Fuck you. Oh, God. The body is something I can control, which is kind of cool. To be honest, when I was super fat and obese, like trying to bench 405, I mean, that was for a purpose, didn't really care. Even when I was super obese after that or before that, it didn't really bug me too much. I wish there was a more sad, soppy story for you guys. Like, oh, I hated how fat I was. That's why I started lifting weights. No, I didn't really like it. I thought I would get more girls. You know, it wasn't that bad. It was more just I hated the action of stuffing food in my face and not being able to control that. Okay, number 2, my physical abilities. I'm decently insecure about my physical abilities, such as like my strength. When my strength drops, I don't feel quite myself. You know, I was a nationally ranked powerlifter invited to the world championships at one point. COVID got me. You know, if it was nothing, if it wasn't for that bum shoulder, you know. Obviously after the BodyImage show, got really weak. Obviously not training it, got pretty weak. But I always, on the strength side, I was always chill with it because like I just knew that I could get that shit back when I wanted to. There was one point when I realized I wasn't as strong compared to the world as I thought, you know. And I started to notice there's a lot of kids my age who were like just as strong, if not a lot stronger. That made me feel pretty insecure because I was like, damn, so much of my self-worth was based on how strong I was. Physical abilities such as like manly type of abilities, I definitely care a lot more. Like I'm really bad at this first thing that comes to my mind, I'm really bad at climbing, hiking, terrible at it, man. And I'm pretty embarrassed about it, you know. Like I remember the first couple of days with my girlfriend, like she loves the wilderness. We went there, going down the thing up, fuck, this lady's a fucking cat, man. Shit, straight down. I almost fell 100 times. That makes me a little insecure. Not that bad. Number 3, penis size. There's a couple Asian guys out there also thinking the exact same thing. Fuck you. Don't need a long explanation for a short topic. No, never really cared too much. I remember like grew up watching a vicious amount of pornography. Diabolical. Since I was 8 years old. Every day. Sometimes 4 times a day. Saw some big horns. God damn.
Okay, we'll not call to police if you fuck us.
That's quite the horn, right? I was like, damn, this horn ain't that horn. This horn ain't that horn. You know what I mean? I was in school, swimming class. Take a sneak. Not gay at all. Peek at the other guy's horns. Huh. This horn's like kind of similar to that horn. Not that bad. I'm not too insecure. But I definitely think how much I was addicted to pornography made me less secure about my horn.
And later I'm gonna masturbate and I'm gonna think about you. And there's nothing you can do about it.
But for some reason, I don't think it's as bad as some people. Like I know some people have some really deep insecurity with this. What helps the most is knowing it works. That's really swag. It does the job that I want it to do. Helps a lot. Would I wish it was like that horn? Yeah, that'd be cool. Luckily, you can't really change it. So just had to be honest with you guys. The other 3% of dudes out there probably also with squinty eyes. I got you. You welcome. Number 4. Wow, these are starting to get a little embarrassing, hey? Fuck. Living with my mother. Don't like saying that out loud. That's embarrassing. Our company makes enough that I could move out. I haven't pulled the trigger. So like reinvesting it. Another part of this is my independence. Being independent. I want to be honest with you guys, okay? So I guess this whole topic's wrapped up into just like really like my independence, my level of that. I didn't get my driver's license till I was 19. I didn't learn how to properly do laundry till this year. Don't be like me. I remember I would be very jealous looking at all my, always my white friends. Very independent. Go up to them, stay at their beautiful summer cabins. Like, dang, you know how to like load the dishwasher? I don't know how to do that. I think it's just like, I feel like a little bitch. I feel like a little kid. Pretty embarrassing, man. I think my whole life I spent, wow, it's getting deep. I think my whole life I spent trying to become this man. Recently I did, and then when I look at the parts of me that make me a kid, get pretty embarrassed. What's helped with this? Learning the fucking skills. Slowly I just started learning the skills secretly by myself. YouTube tutorials. My friend's girlfriend helped a lot because they didn't bully me. They're more like, yo, that's good, that's dope. That's really nice. Having a solid group of homies that don't bully you for trying to become better is key to life. This one I'm not that mad at because like, just don't really care about it. But like, I have people like, I barely know how taxes work. Slowly I learned more. I didn't get financially understanding fluent until last year, like genuinely. We had months that made like 6 figs. Didn't know how the fuck to deal with that. So anything that is, I can't live by myself, independent, maturity, all that stuff that I'm not good at, that's a 4 out of 10. That's how we put that. Okay, number 5. I am insecure about my morality. Like if I treat someone badly by accident, it eats away at me pretty toughly. Most recent example, I remember going out to dinner on a double date where after I made fun of the other dude, I remember being called out for being a bit of a dick. That made me feel pretty bad for a while. I'm saying this is an insecurity because stuff like that makes me feel bad for way longer than most people it should. Like I felt bad for like a couple days. I remember being rude to an employee at the gym. Not even rude, but just like not the nicest. Got called out on it. Felt bad for like the whole weekend, man. When I feel like I'm morally not perfect to whatever my moral standard is, and it's quite subjective, it definitely eats away at me quite a bit. I think genuinely, to toot my own horn here, I'm pretty kind of a person compared to maybe the majority. Not the kindest. I look at people who are super kind to other people, like super uplifting. Those people are my heroes. I want to be like that. Like those people are awesome. But especially if like I'm feeling emotional for some reason, I let that emotion affect my actions and I'm not like 100% nice to people, I feel pretty bad for a while. Number 6, my income. It's definitely gotten better as time gone. But coming from some crazy high months and some crazy low months, the discrepancy of how I feel is quite huge. Like, dang, man. I'm more insecure about this because I remember on some low months, I'd be too embarrassed to like talk to people, go out with my friends, talk to my girlfriend. Okay, well, this is just a whole confession sesh. This is illegal. This is my therapy. This channel is my therapy. Okay, let me admit some shit. I remember hearing this other dude in this higher paying job tell me how much money he makes in front of me and my homies. Embarrassed, very insecure, felt very bad. Now, it's never insecure to the point where I'm gonna say some shit or try to boost my own ego by flex or brag or lie. No, but I silently inside think about that person or the fact that I'm not as good as them and use it as motivation, like in the gym or when I'm trying to make more cash, which is probably not a good thing. You know what I mean? Just being honest with you guys. And it's happened more times than I like to admit. I love men, pause, who are very secure with their income because they know they're building shit, you know? You can't be rich all the time, like when you're trying to build like new businesses and stuff, and you know, like you're trying to alter your life and all that, and like that's been happening a lot recently in my life, and sometimes if the income's not as high as like the highest months, man, yeah, get a little insecure about it. But the thing is, that is changeable. And there'll be a trend over the last couple ones that you're gonna notice. Most of these are things that I can change. Maybe unlike some people, I am a lot more insecure about things that I can change, but maybe it's because I choose to not change them. Number 7, my relationship health. Right now it's quite fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, probably the best in the world ever. I'm so swag and awesome. I'm the best boyfriend ever. But when things aren't going super well, even like little moments that people in a veteran relationship, married, it's like they're every day, it's normal. Like little arguments, little I fucked up on this, little that. When it's not 100% perfect, when I send a morning text and I don't get it back at a certain time, little things like that, things that I know I've spent years working through trauma, working through my anxious attachment style to fix up. When I feel anxious in a relationship, even a little bit, even though I know logically it's nothing to be anxious about, even though I don't act on it, I don't say anything about it, I'm chill, crushes my confidence and my insecurity for other things I do. That's what makes it so bad. Multiple times, especially in previous relationships, in the gym, down horrendous about something that is it's probably super normal in most relationships, like little bickering or little disagreements, down bad like that, like I just can't perform, like it's all I'm thinking about, it makes me feel like I failed fucking as a human, as a man. Whew, damn. But it's made me a better partner in terms of like, I try to keep my relationship health really good. That doesn't mean trying to be perfect, or trying to overperform or deliver what you can or all that shit that I've done so many times in previous relationships, or a lot of people do. But basically what I mean by that is like, I try to keep it good, man. I try to keep it chill, keep it fun, you know, keep a good balance, be honest, whatever it means to me, all the shit that I've ever talked on in any self-improvement videos. Number 8, this one is embarrassing. I'm deeply secure about my masculinity, as you can probably already tell, especially when it's compared to other men. Worst part about this, because I know, and I've told you guys a million times, that masculinity really is what you make it. You can go by the traditional gender norms bullshit, you can go by fucking, you know, bald dude on Instagram Reels told you it is. It's what you make it, and it's what you are secure, and it's what you want to be as a man. That's the worst part. I don't know exactly what it is to me, but when I hear, there's something in me that if I hear like that other dude is, especially when it comes to traditional ideologies of masculinity, when I hear like that guy's a better fighter than me, that guy wants to steal my girl and he's richer and he's, you know, could beat the shit out of me and stuff like that, deeply like affects me. And I've caught myself being insecure about it. For example, right? This is really, like this one time, super handsome dude, super jacked, super tall, right? Fighter type of guy. He comes to talk with like me and my buddies and my girlfriend's there, and he's like fucking, you know, chatting us up. He's a bit of a dick, but he's fucking talking. And I'm getting like deeply insecure that after I'm like trying to make fun of him. Not gonna lie, it's honest. I'm trying to make fun of him, like, yo, or like, yo, back in the day he used to do this. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Like, not only does that show the insecurity, but like, why am I doing that? And that only makes it worse, right? And it's what I consider is the importance, right? Like, if a guy fucking is 100 times richer than me, it's like there's a weird hierarchy in my head. If a guy is like 100 times richer than me, comes up, tries to like steal my girl, tries to like mess with me, whatever it is, but he's like also not more jacked, and he's like shorter, he looks less traditionally like tough, you know, more beta male. That's fucked to say. It doesn't bother me. Versus like if a dude was like dirt poor shit, no success, but tall and handsome, fucking could beat the shit out of me. That's like that almost like challenges me. Like it makes me feel insecure, it makes me feel scared, not gonna lie. I don't want to say scared, but it makes me feel like, yeah, it definitely makes me feel some type of way. Maybe I'm just gay. Maybe that could be it, eh? Solution to that? You just get older, you do all the shit that we talk about. You can fucking take an actionable step and journal like 3 things every morning that you're proud of yourself about, that like doesn't have to do with physical and all that. It's just like the more you are proud of yourself and what you do and who you are, the less that shit matters. But definitely when you get to moments of your life where I'm not at my peak, right? Right now, I'm not at my peak. Success-wise, I am at my peak. I'm at my peak in some other ways. I think jackness, well, I'm at my peak jackness. This is my peak jackness. I'm at my peak relationship. I'm at my peak probably for friendships. I'm not at my peak for finances. I'm not at my peak for content like I've used to be. And that stuff affects the shit out of me, and it makes the other things so much more apparent in my insecurities, which brings me to number 9. Second most thing I'm insecure about, my content. It is a storm in my brain that I cannot wrap my head around. When people tell me the content is bad, especially if I know it's bad, if I know I didn't put in 100% perfectionism effort, that crushes me. I told you guys in multiple other videos, like I've had moments in the shower with tears, you know? I don't know what it is. Some weird void in my heart I fill with trying to be perfect at some of the content stuff that causes inaction, and it also causes too much of a pressure on things that don't need to have pressure on and should just be more fun. That's the simple of it. If these videos, if people are like, yo, these videos don't help, they suck, they're too long, all the things that I'm thinking about them, right, that could or could not be true, it really affects me. Even when nobody mentions it, even when I just post it, it's pretty insecure, man. Like it runs deep. Let's go through each level, each type of my content. Let me tell you how I feel about it. When I used to post comedy videos or posts, especially posting them now, the big reason I stopped posting a lot of them is like, honestly, some of my close friends were just kind of like ripping on them. It made me feel insecure. I wasn't secure enough in the funniness, in what I liked. It's tough. And what did that cause? I quit. Shouldn't have quit, to be honest. Started making them again, make them now. Too scared to post them. Scared people are gonna say, this is not as good as peak demo. Or, hey man, we came for something else, not for this bullshit. What the fuck is this? These videos, if I miss some tips, if they aren't good enough, if they feel too generic, if they are similar, if they're too similar to some other big YouTubers' tips, fuck man. As I'm talking, I'm feeling this, like I'm thinking of it. Like it's hard to get those thoughts on my brain and stay in flow and just talk to you about this type of stuff. But most of the time, I'm telling you a tip, and I'm like in my head, I'm like, don't say it. That sounds too much like this guy's tip. Or you know where you heard that? That's not even original. You suck. Boo! You stink! I feel it in every type of content I post, and it kills me. Crushes me. If I didn't have this, I think my output would genuinely be 5 times as much. Number 10, thing I'm the most insecure about. Similar to the last 2. It is my success in comparison to my own ideology of the social hierarchy. Boom! Very profound. What the fuck does that mean? That means everything I do, I rank myself on an arbitrary scale of how good it is, not compared to my previous efforts, compared to other humans in the world. Some things I care less than others, some things I really care. For example, my body, like we're talking about the first thing, right? I know it's not the most jacked body, but for some reason I rank it pretty fucking high because I'm like, damn, this is a top 1% body compared to most people in the world that are either super skinny, super fat. The content. It's very hard for me to look at what I do and rank it high on the social hierarchy. Look at that content, I'm like, damn, this isn't better than anyone's. That guy got more views, that guy's is more meaningful, that guy's is better. And I quit. I stop. Or I know like I shouldn't think like that, and I still do. And it kind of freaking sucks. Well, there it is. Those were my top 10 biggest insecurities. I feel a little liberated. Like it feels nice. I mean, I've admitted a lot of these things to myself. I know most of these things. Do I feel a little better about them? Yeah. It feels nice to admit some things to you guys. What would feel the nicest is if someone left me a little cheeky little comment that this video helped them, so I can get my validation, I can get my dopamine. That'd be nice. Thanks guys for watching, I really appreciate it. If you want to be part of the illegal therapy community, so just like a nice safe space for you to talk to other people that care about these topics, fitness, anything general illegal therapy stuff. Link in the description to our free illegal therapy Discord where we do giveaways, where when in the future when we have the clothing brand come out, we'll be giving away stuff there too. If you want to get the cookbook of gains, the only high and low calorie fitness cookbook, or the Come Back in My Day program's subscription power building program where you join me and everyone else in our private group chat, private section in that Discord, where we send check-in photos, where we discuss each other's lists, where we bully each other, where they tell me that doesn't matter how much stronger I am than them because I'll always be a midget with a big forehead. Go there, link in the description, DamonTheFattest.com. And most importantly, comment down below what other stuff you guys want to see. Any more tier lists? Get creative with it, get crazy with it. I love you guys. Peace out. Beautiful, sexy motherfucker.